Well, he's the mastermind behind one of Australia's most successful ad campaigns, shocking audiences with an AIDS Grim Reaper commercial. But after the hysteria, Siimon Reynolds' career took off. He's gone on to run and own a multi-million-dollar marketing company.
His new book, called Win Fast, aims to support young entrepreneurs and extension of what he already does, mentoring CEOs and new leaders.
Siimon Reynolds, welcome to Weekend Edition. Really simple question to start. Tell us how we can achieve more, earn more and be more.
Well, that is a big question, and really what I look at is I look at two things. First of all, what is the mindset of someone who's likely to achieve an enormous amount? And second of all, how do we be more productive day to day so that we achieve a lot more?
Siimon, you've been a successful businessman and entrepreneur for more than 20 years. Now you're coaching the next generation of big achievers. What's triggered the change?
Well, you know, I had been doing my career and owned businesses and worked in advertising and marketing for so many decades. I thought, well, what would be really challenging? And to me, it's fascinating. What makes one executive more successful? What makes one business person more successful? It's often not a matter of intelligence. It's often a matter of how they think and what they do each day. You know, some of the country's richest people may not necessarily have the highest IQs. So what is it that makes them successful? And so that has fascinated me for many, many years. And I've taken all my learnings, put them into this book and also into my coaching and speaking, directly working with CEOs on how to perform better.
And what are the keys to success? In particular, how can young people start reaching their goals?
Well, I think first of all they have to aim for those goals. So many people are not super crystal clear about where they want to go. And first of all, clarity. Second of all, aim high. You know, a lot of people will aim for a small goal and hit it rather than aiming for a high goal and maybe not get it but progress a lot further. All the research shows that aiming high with a goal will normally get you a higher return. Then it's a matter of attitude, and the most important attitude of a business person, as researched by Harvard, is an attitude of urgency. Harvard did a study, John Cotter at Harvard did a study where he looked at the most successful CEOs in recent American history over a 10-year period and looked for a similar character trait. And the number one character trait of successful CEOs is urgency, the urge to get things done, to move things forward, to push other people so that they get what they want faster.
Siimon, you made a name for yourself when you created the groundbreaking Grim Reaper AIDS campaign in 1987. Tell us, what was the inspiration for that ad?
Well, to tell you the truth, it was all about the Grim Reaper bowling a giant bowling ball at humans, and the inspiration was this. I was bowling a lot with my mates at the local bowling alley, so when it came to working on the AIDS ad, it popped into my head, well, we could always bowl people over, and from there, it all became the Grim Reaper ad.
Back in the 80s, tackling the AIDS epidemic was certainly one of the biggest challenges of our time. What do you think the biggest challenge is for 2019?
Well, the biggest challenge for society, I think, is to achieve your dreams. You know, it's not a health challenge so much for most of us. It's how do we get what we want out of life? And what the Win Fast book is about is 80 different methods of doing that. And I really believe it's a crying shame that you can do 10 or 12 years of school, graduate, and still not know how to succeed. We need more teaching about success. We need people to show young people what it takes to succeed, what it takes to be productive, what it takes to get things done, what it takes to believe in yourself. For example, confidence needs to be taught at university, needs to be taught at school. People can't enter a business career without being confident. People can't enter any career without having a core confidence. But so many people go through their whole lives not being super confident. So one of the things I talk about in the book is how specifically can you start believing in yourself.